Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sap. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Yeshua in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I'd like to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the archons, and to the women and children. Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Ha Roka Kodash Mahamah. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutation to the archons who are in the four corners of the earth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, things are moving faster and faster than ever before, right? 2024 is around the corner. And look what pops out. The truth about the ID. The global ID, right? It says here biometrics data and surveillances. DNA being I as the unlimited global ID. Bam, there you go. They want to patent, right, through our consent, the DNA. Let me just throw this other word. Allegedly. Right? Because, right, the snake plays with words, all right? So this is the main objective. This is what we're waiting for, right? Because with that, rest assured that comes the MOTV. For them to bring the digital currency, they first have to implement this. Before those missiles in Russia can come to America, right, at a house near you in China, they have to first bring this DNA global ID. The title of this lesson, Saving Your Souls. Here we go.
There's a story that came out on this week from Natural News. Zoe Sky is the writer. Biometrics data and surveillance, DNA being eyed as the ultimate global ID. And let's be clear, this is something that I've talked about in the past, long before they were starting to do these types of posts. I'm not trying to brag here, but I said, look, when they've really cracked DNA, when I say past, we're talking about years ago. So when they really crack how to be able to quickly read DNA, that's the whole, I guess you could say, predicate or the requirement for this to become reality is that they have to be able to read DNA instantaneously. Once that happens, then they'll be able to use DNA as they say here, the ultimate global ID. And they will position it as, hey, don't worry, there's no way, this is the one way that you can make sure that you don't have ID theft. And I would imagine that in the not too distant future, both our cell phones as well as our computers or any device, any digital devices that require identification are going to have monitors that will allow them to be able to essentially check your ID by looking at your skin, looking at your hair, looking at something, touching your DNA and being able to decipher, oh yes, this is the right person. This is who is supposed to get into this bank account. And that's how they're going to sell it, by the way. They're going to sell it as, hey, this is the total security. Nobody can copy your DNA. They can copy your name. They can forge a driver's license. They can steal your phone or whatever. They can hack this, hack that, but they can't hack your DNA, even though they technically can, as Harari from the WEF often says, that they can hack humans, hack the DNA. So according to the article, it is dangerous for human DNA to fall into the wrong hands because it reveals all your genetic predispositions, and DNA cannot be altered, which ensures lifelong immutability. Now, there are DNA sequencing devices that can quickly generate DNA profiles anywhere using mobile devices and fully automated processes. And those in power are eyeing DNA as a potential global ID. Your DNA is more precious than gold for technocrats because it is the irreducible structure of all life on the planet. There
we go. Let's stop right there. So you can see how wicked, right, that they are, that they want to now own our DNA and use our DNA, and they want us to trust, right, the wicked, the Edomites, that that they're going to use it for the best of our interests, that they really care about us, right? I don't think so. I want to go to Psalm chapter 18, verse 2, and it says, Yahweh is Oops. My rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength in whom I will trust, my shield and my strength of my salvation and my high tower. Right? It doesn't say the global ID is my shield and my protector. Okay? This is another way of the Edomites saying that they want to be your God, our gods. They want us to consent and bow down. Right? Verse 3. I will call upon Yahweh, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. Yeah. This global ID ain't going to save us from our enemies, because it is the enemy who wants us to consent to this madness. I want to go to Revelation chapter 5. Give me a minute while I turn the pages here. So now the truth really came out. What they really going to do for an ID. Crazy, huh? Chapter 5, verse 12. Got it. Saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor. That's Yahweh Shai, by the way. And glory and blessings. Right? It does not say anything about giving glory and blessing to a global ID that has to do with us consenting and surrendering our DNA. That is crazy, man. Can't believe it, but there you go. Let's go to chapter 4, verse 11. That's another way of raping people. Thou art worthy, O Yahweh Shai, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created. See? So this is what the big punchline is, that the Edomites are fighting and doing everything they can because they don't want to give up the power, right? And Yahushua is going to come back and take it from them anyway, because they're not using it for righteousness, they're using it for wickedness, right? And they're going to fight tooth and nail, which is good, because the fight's only going to last only 1 hour anyway. I want to go to Revelation chapter 1, verse 5. And from Yahweh Shai, who is the faithful witness and the first begotten of the dead. Woo! That is so true. The prince of the kings of the earth. Ooh, look at that. You never hear an Edomite, Carl Schwab, George Soros, Billy Gates, right? You don't never hear them saying that, okay? Not even, what's his other name? Elon Musk. Unto him that loves us and watch us from our sins in his own blood. And the Edomite want our blood, right? Our DNA. So they can tamper and hack whenever they want, right? And blame it on the AI. Oh, something happened with the AI. Somebody hacked the AI. Somebody programmed the AI. No. That's crazy, man. Let's go to Colossians chapter 1. Give me a minute while I go there. Colossians. Let's see where I'm at. Chapter 1, verse 6. Which is come unto you as it is in all the world, bringing forth fruit as it do also in you, since the day ye heard of it and knew the grace of Yahweh Shai in truth. Yeah, the whole world has heard the name. Yahweh Rashim Shai has heard it from the horse's mouth, the prophets around the world, so-called Negros Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds, right? And when his word goes out around the world, rest assured the end is closer. Just paraphrasing, okay? I want to jump to verse 16. For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in the earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or power. All things were created, here we go, by him and for him. In other words, he's coming back to take away that which the Edomites have stolen from Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's people, the true Hebrews, the true Jews, right? The so-called Negros Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. Okay? So rest assured, Karl Schwab is having another meeting. Okay? He's going to have to plan something, what they call that? I saw it in a YouTube. Another false flag, right? He wants to him and his buddies want to bring peace to I think it was to Ukraine or something like that, right? I mean, they're not even part of the government, so they're already breaking the law, right? By the corporation of Karl Schwab, his club, and the government obeying what they are saying. Okay? They're breaking, that's big treaty criminal crimes that they're doing. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 22. Give me a minute. Things are getting hot out there. Let's see. Oh, I got a long way to go. Okay, 22 verse 5. Thorns and snares are in the ways of the forward. He that do keep, Slakia, his soul shall be far from them. Right? So they setting up snares, traps, right? Like for catching birds, but they're putting those on the living, right? Especially on the so-called Negros Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. Okay? They getting things ready. Been getting things ready, right? To entrap all of us. I want to jump to verse 3. A prudent man foresees evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. You know, these 501c3 incorporated churches, Christian prostitute churches, right? Shrakia. They'll read that and they say, well, you know, you gotta hide yourself and prevent from doing, you know, falling into the trap. And they're gonna direct you to that Jesus, right? That blue eyes, long blonde hair that likes to wear high heels, but his real name is Caesar Borgia, son of a pope, a rapist, and a murderer. Okay? But in reality, it's, you know, coming back to Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. Because you see, there's trap all over the place, but the biggest trap that they're going to be using and that are using right now is the money, right? Water, the food, and electricity. You know, the money is getting weaker. The Federal Reserve note is getting weaker and weaker by the day. So what they're really doing with that fake money system is that they are putting all of us in debt. That's how come they hire such a high, 89,000 something IRS people, okay? They are armed with weapons. They're putting everybody, Carl Schwab and the rest of the Goonies are putting all of us in debt, right? The banks as well. So then they can say, well, this is what you owe, you know? And, you know, the rent is going up. The electricity went up, right? Food is going up. Soon people won't be able to pay for gas or the insurance of their car or any other bills because, you know, they're going to have to decide on food for them to eat and their children's, right? Or giving the money to these wicked people. They ain't going to have to give. How can you give something that you don't have? And that's what they have done. They have put everyone in that situation, okay, that is going to get worse by 2024. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 4. Give me a minute if I can do this quick and swift. Chapter 4, verse 23. Slakia. And it says, then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble. Right? Because even, the reality, okay, to you so-called Negros, Latinos, American speckled birds, even us who are doing the work of Yahweh Shin Yashai to the best of our ability, some of us are going to be thrown into FEMA camp. Some of us are going to be beheaded. Okay? So if you think that by chasing only the bag, so you can make more money, right? So you can just tell the Edomites, here, I got it, yeah, I got it. Oh, I got it, here you go. That, you know, they're not going to implement, right? Or want your consent to bow down so you can surrender your DNA. So you can have a global ID, so you can keep working, keep traveling. If you think that, you know, that's all you got to do, just take everything's going to be, you know, dandy. No. Who in their right mind is going to surrender their DNA? That's crazy. And why it's crazy? Because then they can make, once they got your DNA, they can make any, what word I can use? They can make any chemical that they can spray that is only for you, extra special. It won't affect nobody else, only you. And then they can blame the next person next year. Oh, well, he farted, and that's what caused you, you know, to choke like that. No, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I want to go to Matthew chapter 12. Matthew, give me a minute. They're making things up, right? Because they're getting desperate. They're losing their power. And that's what they're fearing the most. And they know it. They know that soon Judah is going to take over when Yahushua comes back. Matthew chapter 12, verse 34. O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, of the mind, the mouth speaks. 35. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart, of his mind, brings forth good things. And an evil man out of the evil treasure brings forth evil things. And what they're doing here, it is evil. It is wicked. Okay? That is the highest evil and wickedness. Are they saying that we're going to have Carl Schwab, George Soros, and the people of high power and wealth, we're going to have that DNA too? That we're going to have that possession in our hands also? so we can look into their DNA? Hell no. Right now, didn't they make a law years ago on the fake wannabes who are in Israel? Didn't they make a law that you cannot tell them to take a DNA test? Hmm? Come on, man. That's crazy. Verse 36. But I say unto you that every ideal, word that man shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the days of judgment. Oh yeah, they're going to have to give an account for this wickedness. Of DNA, global ID. That's unbelievable. I want to go to Mark chapter 8. You know, that's really like saying, why don't you just put your pants down, turn around, and say cheese, right? They can rape you whenever they feel like it. I said 8, verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world? Woo! And lose his own soul, right? I don't know. This looks more and more like the closer that we're getting to the mark of that beast, right? Because once they have that, now they don't have to even tell you, to take the MOTV, right? Now that they got your DNA, they just make a special on small, what they call those things, on small drone, right? Since they own your patent of your DNA. And people will consent. Yeah, sure. Well, I got to travel. I got to work. I got to feed my family and pay bills. And it will save us from all this terrorist and criminal activities going on. Well, what will save us is really Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, to come back and remove this wicked world. Okay? Because the world is given to the hands of the wicked. So who wants to keep living in a wicked world and consent and surrender his DNA? Come on, that's crazy. Verse 37. Give me a minute. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Verse 38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words. Yeah, that's right. Oops. In this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed, when he comes in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. Yeah, that's what you're really saying, right? That you want to be saved, right, by the wicked ones, the Edomites, the ones that keep suppressing us, the ones that never want to let us go, right? The ones that tell, why don't you go back home? Okay. Let's go to 1 Peter. Give me a minute. I'm looking for 1 Peter. And that will be, I'm getting there. Here we go. 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 8. Whom having not seen yet love, in whom thou now yea see him not, yet believing ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory. Verse 9. Receiving the end of your faith. Woo, what that means is, even though we have not seen him, through faith and works, okay, we keep doing the work in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. So we can see that protection, that salvation, that only he can give and only he can bring through the, right? Because of the Father Yahweh. even the salvation of your soul. Woo! That is beautiful. I'm going to leave it with Proverbs chapter 10. Oh, chapter 1. Slakia. Give me a minute. Oh, wait. I want to go somewhere else. Let me go to Slakia before I go there. Something just came to me. Revelation what? No, I already did that. Slakia, I already went there. Now I go to Proverbs. Yeah, that's what I'm good. My bad. Proverbs. Oops, it's over here. I know that. That will be, I said chapter 1. Verse 10. Here we go. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Woo! And don't they want us to consent to this DNA global ID? Now remember, at first they're going to start with the word, well, yes, you can consent if you want to, but this is going to be worldwide. When they see that the mass are not consenting, rest assured, they're going to bring the second shutdown down. They're going to force everyone. If you don't take it, you cannot work, you cannot buy, you cannot eat, you won't have a place to live. Right? And then they're going to turn, martial law loose. Those who don't want it, bring them in. Right? Verse 11. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause. Woo! They want you to consent to be participant, right, of that wickedness. To snitch on your neighbors, on your family who are not going to take it. Where are they? What they talking about, right? Verse 12, let us swallow them up alive. Wow. As the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. Verse 13, we shall find all precious substance. We shall find our house with spoil. Yeah. Didn't, what's his name again? Slacker for a minute. Didn't Karl Schwab say you will own nothing and be happy? Well, that also means you will not even own your own DNA that was given to us, the so-called Negros Latino American speckled birds. It was given to us by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Now you see the big picture that Karl Schwab was so excited and happy when he said that. You will own nothing and be happy. Verse 14, cast in thy what? Thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. 15, my son, walk not thou in the ways with them. Refrain thy foot from their path. Right? There comes a time in life, us called Negros Latino American speckled birds, right, so-called, we've been living in the ghetto. We were born in the ghetto. We were born in the world of hell. It comes a time where one has to say, no. Even if they want to take, not they want to, they're going to take your life away. Okay, but the one who really controls that is Yahweh Shem Yahushai. If that's what's going to happen, then so be it. Okay? But to surrender your DNA for an ID? Come on, man. That's already, that has crossed the big line, is what I want to say. Okay, verse 16. For their feet runs to evil and make haste to share blood. Right? Yeah, once they got that, they can be taking, who's Bill Gates, right? They got to bring the population down. Well, what an easy way to do once you consent to a DNA. Hmm? No problem there. You can be sleeping and they just send a little, mosquito, right? With an extra special cocktail just for you. Verse 17, surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. Verse 18, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privately for their own lives. Well, yes, we already know they're going to go after their own, but what they are creating is going to go only for them. It's going to, yes, it's going to hit 2/3 of our people who are going to consent, okay, who are going to surrender to that, who are going to put their pants down, turn around and say, geez, okay? Yeah, because a lot of them, as I see them on YouTube, oh, we're making a lot of money. We're doing good over here, right? We're chasing the bag, I can teach you how to make millions and become wealthy. You see? They all leave it, the so-called Negros Latino, American speckled bird, 2/3 are living a pipe dream. That's all I want to say. Verse 19. So are the wages of everyone that is greedy of gain, which take away the life of their owner thereof. Yeah. Okay. That's what's going to happen. With this global ID, people are going to be fighting, one another. Those who are going to take it and those who do not want to take it. Right? You're going to be seeing a lot of snitching of your own household. That's how wicked, how ugly it's going to get. And I think I'll leave it. Okay, here I'll leave it with this one, with verse 20. Wisdom cries without, she utters her voice in the streets. Yeah, ain't we doing that? So-called Negros, Latino, American speckled birds. We go in the highways and byways. We're crying out to our people. Look how serious this is. Wake up. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Repent. The Edomites are not your friends. A snake is a snake. Well, there you go. DNA, global ID. I hope that this was edifying. And with that, I say, Shalom.